I have the spirit of a 21-year-old boy in me.
Ilona, you slept on an air mattress for 3 months when you first moved to your place in San Diego.
I didn't even get a side table until probably half a year later. I was just throwing on the floor, Olivia can tell you.
Like when you picture like a bachelor pad, like a man's home where it's just like a bare living room with a TV plugged in and like an Adirondack chair, that's how Ilona would live.
Welcome to House of Maher, a Wave original presented by TJ Maxx. We have a few house rules.
Girls are magic.
Reading is hot.
And so are you. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube so you can see our beautiful faces in person. But we have lovely voices as well, so do your thing. I am the middle sister, Ilona Maher.
And I'm the eldest daughter, Olivia Maher.
And I'm the really youthful youngest, Adriana Maher.
Wow.
Okay.
You're 26, you're closer to 30, aren't you?
Ooh.
At least I'm not 30.
Hey, good one, Adriana. That was funny.
That was easy. That's a layup.
That's good.
And if I cried, I'm just kidding. I love aging. It's a privilege. I love being here at
It's
30.
beauty.
I think your guys' jokes come from a place of jealousy.
Maybe. I have heard that in your 30s, you know yourself more and you just feel better. How about that, Liv?
I do feel, I think I say it's like I settled deeper into myself, but there was definitely something about that turn into 30 where I was like, oh, I give way less. You know what I mean? I feel like myself, if I'm cringe, if I'm embarrassing, who really cares? I'm 30. And the whole narrative is don't people stop caring about you the older you get? Well, I'm going to use that to my full advantage. Like,
I feel like 30 is like, it's not like what 30 used to be though. 30 is like almost 22.
Yeah. I feel like
you know,
you're
just starting.
COVID years?
Yeah.
COVID years. Yes. I'm young. I'm sprightly. I'm hot.
You're like 25.
My knees don't ever hurt. It's great.
I
It's
feel
good.
24 personally. I think that's like COVID took that from me. I think I'm 24.
Why 24?
24 just seemed like a good time. I'm not sure. It just feels right for me that I am 24. I am 28, gonna be 29 August 12th. So get your story posts ready. Get your
Make edits of her.
Make edits of me ready.
Yes.
It's gonna be a
Wanna
big
give
day.
them some like a little pose for an edit.
Yeah. Oh,
Edit farm it.
Edit farming. Everyone edit farm.
It's me. I'm clipping these.
Okay, that should be enough.
Perfect. That's enough.
Great.
That's
Killed
enough
it.
all the way around.
Coming up on today's episode of House of Maher, we are talking period tracking, princess treatment, and being a Hamptons hottie.
Ladies, should we touch some grass this morning?
I've been touching a lot of grass, but I can touch some more with you.
Thank you. Let's touch it metaphysically, metaphorically, in this way. Let's see. Touch grass, everyone, is just, you take life a little too seriously. Maybe you disconnect a bit from what really matters. So we like to come together here, see what's going on in the world, and see how we can best ground ourselves and touch some grass. Wearable device obsessions and health tracking and, workout tracking, all of that, all good stuff. But are we learning too much about ourselves? What do you think?
A lot of my teammates wear those devices that tell them about themselves. I don't mind it. I would try it out for sure. I just don't need a device to tell me I'm like working too hard. You know what I'm saying? Because they can, these devices, they tell you everything. They tell you like how much you've strained that day, how hard you've worked.
They'll tell you you're working too hard. That's a thing.
Well, if your strain is very high, yes.
Like you're not having enough rest.
I don't actually fully know. I just know that that's it. It'll tell you like you got this much recovery in or something like that. So I think it actually can be good in many ways because it like prompts you to, I want to get more rest or I want to recover better. So it's good. I just always am more of I can't commit to things really, or I can't add anything new into my routine. Very much so a stickler on what I do. So I just use a good old stopwatch, and then if I'm tired, I'm like, man, I'm tired. And then if I feel like well rested, I'm like, probably got well rested there.
Exactly.
That's her health tracker.
This isn't a wearable device, but I don't even like log runs. I used to have like fitness apps for like, like your mileage, how fast you went. And I'm like, I don't need to know that anymore. I'm not going on runs a lot, but when I do, don't need to see that. But I was interested in getting a wearable, like a new wearable device. And my friend told me I am not allowed.
Why?
Because I would look at the stats too much and I'd be like, what does this mean? Am I okay? Like with already how I am about my body, It'd be too much like anxiety for me.
Right. I will say I have a friend who he recently just got an Apple Watch, and like he was like, oh, you know, I just got this. It's like, it's really cool. Like, cause it is for working out and tracks all that. But the problem is now he's not checking his phone. He's always has this on him. So whenever he gets a ping, he can just like look at his watch. And so he's like, we're having a conversation and it's like, oh, his watch pings. He just knows. So I think like we have so many ways that can pull our focus. And I mean, even my phone pulls my focus. I can't, if it's right on me, if it's even near me, I have to check it. But if it's on your wrist, making a little vibration every time, I mean, shit, they're constantly watching. So like, I feel like I'm talking to a person, but then they're, you know, looking down at their watch, which it seems like it's just a watch, right? But it's not, it's actually a phone on your wrist.
You're never disconnected.
Yeah, you're like tethered to like everything that's going on always. When they first gained popularity when I was in school and everyone started getting them and they were the hot new thing and they would track your sleep, that was like the wildest thing. But everyone was like, it's so cool. You can make sure you're sleeping well and it knows when you're asleep and when you're not. Look at my graph. And one of my like most lovely stoner friends was like, you're telling me they know exactly when you're asleep in the night and they can come into your house? I was like, you're actually onto something. Like you've got
That sounds like something Dad would say though too.
Exactly, which is why I did perk up there. And like I've had wearable tech in that way, and I definitely enjoy it like at the start, but then I do say like I stopped caring about the stats and stuff. Sometimes I'll still wear it if I go on a long walk because I do want to track my miles. But I think I just stopped caring over time. But I do think we know too much about ourselves. You know what I mean?
Do you guys do period tracking?
I do. And I love it. Whenever I have a symptom, I'm like tattling. I love to tattle myself. I'm like, cramps, done.
Female hysteria. There it is.
Mood swings.
But which one do you use? Wasn't there like a thing to like delete your period tracking app?
I think it was delete Flow because they weren't encrypting data right and they were potentially selling it.
Oh no.
And I'm going to be honest, I just use the one built into my phone. So
I use that one too.
Okay. I don't know if it's known for like encryption, but I'm also like, if someone wants my period data, sure. Hey, I don't know what you're going to do with that. Maybe something good, actually. Maybe it's for a research study.
My problem is I'm throwing mine for a loop. Mine doesn't ever know what's happening. I will say with birth control, it's neither here nor there if I'm going to get my period that month. So I might log a symptom or two. But currently, I haven't actually TMI, but bled in a long time. And so my app is like, hey, you might get your period in the next 5 weeks. It's giving me these nonsensical updates where I'm like, thank you. I'm so sorry, baby. You're trying so hard. Just keep doing what you're doing. Sorry about that.
It is nice. It is nice, I think, tracking to know. And even for athletes, they're saying like how much more data there is about like periods and what time of the month you're on and what that can lead to. I think period tracking is great, especially as an athlete, because there are like now a lot of studies about, you know, when you're in your luteal phase, you should do this and that. I am also though a believer in like, I'm not going to change up how I work out depending on what my period phase is, because rugby doesn't stop. It's not going to be like, oh, well, you have your period, don't play in this game. So I think tracking is just good to like be better aware and like, know, okay, maybe you need a little bit more rest here, or, oh, you're feeling really good, you're ovulating, like go out there, lift some heavy weights. I think it is good, but I also don't use it as a reason to stop me from doing like the things I want to do, like the heavy lifting, or because I think there's like somewhere like in follicular phase, you should be doing, you know, low cardio or whatever it is. But, you know, the sports waits for no one really. I'll be on my period I was on my period for many a tournament, many a game.
But that's crazy you say that, because to me, I'm like, oh, it's not really affecting me. It's fine. Like apparently every week is different in a woman's body because of what's changing hormonally. And I never more so noticed that than when I started doing weekly Pilates. Like I would go once a week on like every Tuesday, once a week, where I would feel so strong one week. I'm like, God, I'm getting so good at this. Look at me, look at my dedication paying off. And then the next week would be wherever I am in my cycle, follicular, whatever the bad one is, essentially. And I would feel so weak. I would be like, last week I felt like a god. I was on top of it. I was so strong. This week I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, oh, it's my period. I'm like, week to week, I can tell where I am based on like my strength levels or my perseverance. And that really did. I was like, oh, there's actually science to that. That's crazy.
Which I think is so great because like as women, you know, it's like we just go so up and down so much. So it's like also knowing it gives you an understanding of why do I feel this way? Why am I hating my body right now? I think we should take that more into consideration. Like, oh man, really not feeling this. Well, then I'm like, okay, just pause, see how you feel next week. Like it's not like men where we kind of like men are like, you know, can be one phase. I mean, we are up, we are down, we are all over the place. And I think it is good to know that like, oh, I'm ovulating, I'm feeling good. Be aware that maybe, you know, next week or in 2 weeks, I'm not going to feel as good.
It's always changing. And if you're feeling bad, it's all right. You're going to circle back around. You're going to feel good again too. Don't worry, but always take care of yourself in the meantime. Like, don't ever stop that.
It's funny because we've been having our periods for years and years and years, and I still get absolutely shocked when it comes.
No, what's up with that? Because I'm like, I'll be so like just down, and I'm like talking to one of you guys, and Olivia loves to hit me with this, being like, "When's your period starting?"
That's
Why
so
would you bring
dad of
that
me.
up?
That's so dad of me. Well, if you find yourself fixating a little too hard on the data or tracking or, you know, I don't think we need to know as much stuff about ourselves. So let's touch a bit of grass, do what feels good, do what feels right, and just live your best life.
For our next touch grass, this has been circulating the internet. A little communication back and forth on a dating app.
So they'd obviously been talking about setting a date, right? We're on a dating app here. Meeting in person. They're going to do it. How does 7:30 sound?
Perfect. I'll meet you there.
Today at 7:21 p.m. Hello, I will probably be about 5 minutes late.
Oh no, you needed to confirm this morning. I thought it wasn't happening. So I'm not there. We will have to reschedule.
Let's view that there. Huh? I understand confirming, but the person you're setting the date with literally said, perfect, I'll meet you there. To me, that's a confirmation. This is happening. I would be at the restaurant. I do not need to follow up with a confirmation that morning.
Right.
So to me, this person needs to touch grass. Who cares? You don't need to confirm that like if this was the 90s and you set a meeting on the phone, you hang up and you just had to freaking be there. There was no
Cross your fingers.
Cross your fingers, right? There was no calling again that morning being like, we still on for 7:30 tonight, even though it's in our calendars. That seems crazy to me. But then again, I haven't been as actively in the dating scene yet. So I don't know. Maybe this is normal now.
I want to know, like, who was this? Two girls, two boys, boy and a girl. Who's who right now? You know,
if I were to make a guess, I would think that the person who said, "Oh, you need to confirm," is the girl, because I do know some girls like that.
Oh, really?
Who are just like, no, like obviously they don't have like a true interest in me, and it's so like, kind of if he wanted to, he would mentality.
Almost to a fault, though.
Yeah.
You literally confirmed. You were like, great, I'll meet you there. I don't think we need to text confirm. We don't need to always be in constant communication. We set a date. Let's go meet in person.
I wonder when like they first planned that. Because say if it was like the day before, was it 3 days before? Because if it was like a week before, I mean, now because we do text so much, I think a confirmation would have been good. But also, who, you know, you can confirm as well. So I think if you set it up like a while ago, I think confirmation is good. Like, can't wait to see you tonight. And I think girls do want that. Girls, like you're saying, Adriana, they want to like, no, okay, he still likes me, he's still on, because people can be so flighty nowadays. So I do see that if they'd set it up a while ago and he hadn't confirmed or she hadn't confirmed, I'd be like, oh, well, it's not happening. But also you got to take the reins. But we are also the person that you are, like, we're a thing. Like if I say, oh, let's do this at this time on this day, where I'm doing that. And so if you're not there, you know, we're more of like I don't know, this, okay, we've set this plan. It's in my calendar. I'm going to do this.
It's happening. Like I said it, why would I not follow through on that? But I do hear you how far out that initial date setting was. I could see that.
I'm always like, if you were concerned about, you know, like, is it actually going to happen? Are we going to see each other? You can always reach out. Hey, put your money where your mouth is.
Interesting. Phone works both ways mentality. Interesting. In this case, I'm going to say that the person having said, yes, I'll meet you there at the time that the person I was rooting for, said, I think that person needs to touch grass, because then they also didn't reach out to confirm. But that's me.
Then there's another part to this text.
So there's a second part to it. This person, that's the person that didn't follow up, quote unquote, says, I'll just be honest. The whole situation just seems like a sign to me, and I do apologize about not confirming plans with you. It's unfortunate the situation happened.
For me, you should be so excited the morning of our date. You can't wait to reach out to me and let me know you're looking forward to it. But that's the bare minimum and how I view it on what I deserve to find what I'm looking for. Touch grass. Is that princess treatment?
Yeah.
Is she wanting princess treatment?
I hear you.
Is this princess collarbone?
You should be so excited the morning of our date. You can't wait to reach out to me. I mean, chill. The amount of dates people have to go on to find somebody, you can't be excited for every date you go on. It's also like you meeting somebody and having to put yourself out there again. It's also like, okay, here we go. So interesting.
Also, if you've never even met in person, like maybe I'm not like biting at the bit to meet up with a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be so excited.
With the way the dating landscape is today, like there's going to be several duds. They're not all going to be these people that meet your quote unquote bare minimum. I don't know. Just be a good human.
What does princess treatment mean to you guys?
This was a big topic online, right? Princess treatment, women are defining it as being able to live this soft lifestyle, this kind of softer, quieter, their man is a provider who takes care of them kind of, vibe. But it's almost gone like so far for where women are literally forfeiting their rights to have personalities and lives and like an opinion, and they just sit quietly and demurely, and they're so demure, and it makes them think that they're more worthy because they aren't brash and loud and full of life and personality the way these other women are. They're taken care of and they're tiny and demure. So I don't think princess treatment is anymore like the term princess treatment to me sounds like nice, like, oh, like your partner opens the door for you. Your partner likes to do this for you, princess treatment, that kind of thing. Whereas now the women online that are kind of sharing their princess treatment lives are making, they're like, I never talk to hostesses. I never order my food for myself. Are you a child? Are you a baby?
Right.
What is wrong with you? That's actually weird. And it's people are like, ew, you're putting your kink on the internet. Like, why are you like displaying your dominant submissive relationship on here? Keep that shit to yourself and in your home. That's what's been happening.
Personally, I could not do that. I was this weekend. I was in a house full of people, and I was like, "Do you guys need me to get the grill started?"
Where my dick at?
I can organize this entire thing right now. Princess treatment, don't know her. don't want to know her, actually.
If you guys were looking for grill master treatment, I'm here.
And this isn't to say there are like some things that I sometimes want to be felt like a little princess lady. Open the door for me. Walk on the roadside.
Of course.
Buy me flowers. But I will be ordering for myself and the whole table at a restaurant.
I think the line is, don't walk over me.
Okay, interesting.
Don't walk over me. Lay the jacket over the puddle for me to step on. That's princess treatment.
Did you just make that up?
No, that's like the romantic thing to do. Like,
so your shoes don't get wet.
So your shoes don't get wet. A man would lay his jacket over a puddle so that you could step on that and not the puddle.
Okay.
You guys apparently aren't dating. You guys aren't getting princess treatment the way I'm getting princess treatment.
If that ever happens to any of you in real life, I need to know immediately.
I'll FaceTime you as I'm stepping on the jacket over the puddle.
Like, you're zooming in. Look what just happened. Hey, hold that for a second. I gotta call my sisters.
That sounds crazy, but okay.
I love it. No, I think where princess treatment has gone, you gotta touch some grass. That's not right. Be you. Speak your mind, order for yourself, and let your partner love you. Oh, Ilona has a point for us.
You know how I like to just think about things in other ways.
Okay.
If there some men who do like to really just, not that they're men for me, but who are very more of the masculine dominant type, who want a woman who's kind of submissive and stuff. I mean, if that's your thing, you get your princess treatment. Get your man to do all that for you if that's what you want. I couldn't. I can't shut up. I have to have a say in everything, and I have to have a hand in everything. But if you want to just have a life where you don't do a thing and are just kind of treated like hey, that's what some men want. They're not going to want us on nobody on this call.
But
nobody here in this podcast.
If men want that, though, they need to be able to back that up. If they want to be a provider, be a provider. Pay, do the things, fix the things, be the provider. If you want your woman to do nothing, that's expensive. You know what I mean? Treat her then how you want to actually, how you're, practice what you preach, I guess, in that case. Yeah. But yeah, those men are not for us. I got something to say and I got something to do about it, and I will do it better than anybody around me.
Yeah. Boom. I am so excited to share that Propel Fitness Water is sponsoring this week's episode. I'm at training camp. It is so hot and hydration is so important. And I'm so happy to have Propel Fitness Water by my side.
I'm not at rugby training camp, but New York did just have a heat wave and Propel was my best friend. With Gatorade electrolytes, zero sugar and vitamins, Propel Fitness Water hydrates better than water.
I'm training for the Rugby World Cup, so I'm taking hydration very, very seriously. I'm hydrating and rehydrating before, during, and after my workouts, and Propel has a range of exciting flavors to choose from. Kiwi, strawberry, and watermelon are some of my favorite flavors, but honestly, I'm drinking them all.
Propel Fitness Water tastes so good and hydrates better than water. It helps you get the most out of your workout so you can get back to your best self. I know I'm always grabbing a peach Propel before heading out to a Pilates class or my summer walks around the park. And who doesn't love a little bev on their summer walks? It's essential.
I've been meaning to go on a little Sunset City stroll myself, and maybe I'll sip on a watermelon Propel.
I'm happy to inspire, or should I say, propel you.
Grab a Propel Fitness Water wherever you shop to help you get the most out of your next workout. What propels you?
Ladies, let's go into some tea time, which is today sponsored by Propel. Today in tea time, Adriana, you literally just got off of a bus from the Hamptons, where you were in a Hamptons share house. Can you please tell us about this? What's going on in your life? Yeah. This is so interesting to me.
I first want to preface, I took a 5:30 a.m. bus out of there. I got dropped off on the side of the road by an Uber, and he said, that's the bench they wait at. It's like 5 a.m. And I'm like, oh, just me outside, slightly drizzling.
I looked at her location on, on like the location services, and she is at the very end of Long Island. I was like, I didn't even know there's still people out there, but keep going.
But it was a really fun experience. My friends have done this share house for years and years, and I only met them in the past year, and I got they're like, oh, do you want to come? Pick a weekend. And it was described to me as feral, that it would be feral. And I will say it was a little feral, but apparently they're like, this is actually the calmest weekend we've ever had here. And I was kind of like, okay, what the hell? This is not what I was promised.
They probably sensed all that grill master energy in you. You were there to keep things on. That's why.
I was told that apparently each weekend they do guest of the week. And I was guest of the week, because not only did I start up the grill and we were all eating dinner around the table, and they go, I don't think I've ever had a full meal here before. And I was like,
what are they eating?
Oh. It's so it's just snacks and little bites here and there. I think I got the sausages, the hot dogs. I put corn on the cob. I had a girl, it was her idea actually. She was making Greek salad. So well rounded out. And then of course we then went to the bars and just drank throughout the night. So there was some rowdiness. It was a whole new world. The bed situation is first come, first serve, which that's frightening. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. However, they do have an upstairs, and that's women only. And so that's great of you can put air mattress. There's a mattress up there. But so it's there's a few beds here and there, but there's also 10 air mattresses. So if you come back late, you're blowing up an air mattress.
Hey, Jonna texts us, I just slept so well on an air mattress. Was it maybe the litany of drinks? Who knows? Felt like a 5-star hotel.
That was right when I woke up too. I was like, oh, I was out like a light, actually.
What?
And I was sharing the air mattress with my friend.
What? I can't with an air mattress. I can't.
No,
I
Olivia,
can't believe that for you.
Because I'm a back sleeper too. So it's like, I'm not like wiggling. I think once you like get in it, it's great. Ilona, you slept on an air mattress for 3 months when you first moved to your place in San Diego.
I love an air mattress. I have the spirit of a 21-year-old boy in me. I moved to my house, my apartment, and I just like am not a home decorator or anything. I slept on an air mattress for 3 months, I think, until I got a bed frame and a mattress. And then I didn't even get a side table until probably half a year later. I was just throwing shit on the floor. Olivia can tell you.
Like when you picture like a bachelor pad, like a man's home where it's just like a bare living room with a TV plugged in and like an Adirondack chair, that's how Ilona would live. Truly.
That's how I would live.
Air mattress in the corner. But then when she does commit to it, like you did end up getting yourself beautiful furniture and like it took a while.
The only reason I got that is because I just found a set somewhere and I had people come and set it up for me.
Right.
Like I'm not one who can go out and like Facebook Marketplace. So when I get my own place, I'm going to have somebody like do all of the designing for me. Cause if not, it won't look good.
You are Harry Potter on the Hogwarts Express. The first year you said, we'll take the lot. You saw one set of shit that worked and you were like, we'll take the lot.
We'll take the lot.
Throw it in there. So
you don't have to make any more decisions.
True. Adriana, what was the drink of choice?
Everybody was drinking Surfsides, which is like a kind of like a twee. It's just iced tea and vodka.
Did you say twee?
Yeah, twisted tea.
Oh, is that what it's called? A twee?
That's.
I thought your lisp came out or something. A little twee. I was like, what the heck is a twee, weirdo?
How are you?
We have not talked about her speech impediment on this podcast yet. Ilona, how are you going to out her like that? That's crazy.
Well,
that's for another time.
That's for a whole other time. I was on the phone with her yesterday while she was there, and I'm talking and all this, and she goes, "What? What is that? What's in it? A Miami Vice." I was like, oh, she's having a weekend. Good for her.
Yeah. It was really fun. So it was like 2 big nights. Friday night, we went to this place that had like a live cover band, and the cover band was crazy good. Like but actually what happened this weekend, cover logically, can never happen again.
Tell me more.
How much was it?
$60.
For a bar?
It's like a ticket to go see the band. That's what I was telling myself.
Live music, and you're like you've paid a fraction of that for an actual concert in New York City. So,
but it was actually worth the $60. It was really great. And then that was just a hoot. We were there for a while. I was like, we got up like front row. I was like, barricade at the cover band.
Now I have a question, Dre.
Hit me.
When I picture these Hamptons houses that are being rented for weeks at a time, to me, it's New York City's hottest. It's the hottest people, right? It's Gossip Girl. That's what's happening out there. For you, being the guest of honor of the weekend, how many people were you making out with? How many people wanted to be with you? Were you the woman of the weekend? Like, how did that work? To me, that's how these Hampton houses work. What was that
I went
like?
into this and I was like, this is going to be a crazy weekend. And then they're like, this is going to be the chillest weekend ever. It's so girl focused. Everyone's also in a couple. And I was like, I was told this was going to be like the villa. So, no, yeah. Right. And then we're at the bars and we're like, all right, we're going to make out with someone. We are looking over everyone's heads, actually. It is yikes. The shortest and also youngest crowd. It was like 21-year-olds. And I was like, oh. And so we kind of gave up on that one. And we decided to focus on ourselves.
Good.
Would you do it again?
I would go back. I don't think I could do it as often as some of these people do. Because first of all, it is a lot of money. And I will say that's a lot of work for your liver. Like you are drinking. Obviously you can abstain, but I'm like, that's kind of like the culture is like you're there to go out almost. And then you're there to be at like a pool during the day. And so I would definitely go back next year. I think I should have done it for the 4th.
That's what you should plan for next year. That's what you should plan for next year.
What outfits did you pack? Were you looking fly?
I was actually looking really good. I also went to TJ Maxx, and I got an extreme push-up bra.
Thank you, TJ Maxx.
I was like, why'd we have to call it extreme? Hey, this actually seems just normal to me. No, right. So that was because I had this one like low neck thing, and I was like, we gotta do something. And so I just like, I had some nice dresses, some nice skirts, like you're dressing a little nice. And then I also got some other items I didn't get to wear, but I will wear them in DC.
Perfect.
For Ilona's games.
TJ Maxx hooked you up. That's awesome.
Love that. Speaking of Ilona's games, my queen, let's kick it over to you. You were at rugby camp. That's why you're seeing this beautiful dorm room vibe behind her.
Yeah.
How you living?
I am out in the middle of nowhere. It's so hot. I mean, aggressively hot. I think when we practice, it'll get up to 96 and humidity will be at 100. And there's these little gnats that fly everywhere around you. And then we practice for like 2 hours a day. Like, we do like one in the morning, units in the morning, then we go to the gym. And then our practice in the afternoon at the heat of the day is about 2 hours long. It's like when you're out there running, we just did a scrimmage. When you're out there running, it feels like you're like running through a foot of water. Like you're in a fog. It's just so miserable.
Like you're swimming through the air, basically.
You're swimming through there. It's like, in a dream when you try to get somewhere and you can't get anywhere fast.
Hey, is this safe for your bodies?
No. It's at a college campus, right? So we're eating in the cafeteria. I mean, they have mostly fried foods. I've eaten fries like probably 7 times. They have these like chicken nuggets that everybody's eating. They had onion rings the other day. I've been eating burgers.
Are you eating any greens?
I eat a little salad. Yeah, I do. I try to, but it's just like, it's tough. It's tough food out here because this campus also isn't really like, there's not a lot happening during the summertime. Like, some campuses are really open and alive in the summer. There's summer classes. There's a lot of students. There's all sorts of sports. Not this campus.
Are they aware that there's elite athletes preparing for the world stage of their event? Out there, like that they should be providing healthier options? Is that
they do? I mean, they have chicken breasts and they have like salad bar and whatnot and a sandwich line. It has been tough to eat. I also, as you know, like I'm somebody who I love to go out to eat. So, and that's a way I kind of like get my own time in, is like going out to get coffee, going out to get food by myself. So here, like there's not even Ubers to go anywhere. So we're just kind of stuck here.
You're truly in the middle of nowhere.
Truly in the middle of nowhere.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
I think
is there a taxi cab company?
The town has about 2,000 people. I just looked up it was like 1,900, 2,000 people. So it's a village. Yeah. So we wake up around like 7 a.m., go to breakfast, warm up. Then we do a field session in a gym. Then we have like a meeting and a little lunch. We have a tiny little break. Then we have our main session, which is like the 2-hour long one. And it's so hot. We have to like go underneath the tent and like chill for a little bit in between water breaks and then go back out. What's been nice though is for our living situation, we live in these like cottages. There's like 10 of us in this cottage, but we all have our own room, but we in a little like common areas. We've been watching like movies together, just hanging out. That's been really good. And having your own space is also really nice. Just like laying on your bed, just kind of being able to tune out and, do your thing.
Is there air conditioning? Because my university, we did not have air conditioning. You could put a box fan in the window, but what's going on there?
There is AC actually. Yeah.
Huzzah.
It was going really high, but I think it's gotten a little lower in my room. It's gotten a little hot at night. That's fine. I'm okay. My fan is so loud. I can't keep it on. It's been good though. I mean, it's been tough because it is just like so hot. But I also like have to remember I'm not the only one who's feeling this hot. I'm not the only one who's struggling. Like it sometimes can feel that way when you're on the field. Like, fuck, why am I so unfit? I must be so much more unfit than everybody else. And then I just try to like look around. I'm like, no, if I feel this way, I am fit. Everybody's feeling this way. So we're all going through it. And we all are like, it's tough right now. We're also going through selections for World Cup to make that team. to see if we're going to be on, because this is the extended squad, and then it's to see if we're going to make that, more selective team. So I think 40 girls are here, and then like 32 go to World Cup.
And 40 people, that is so different from like your sevens life, your sevens setup, right? Like that's so few girls. You are connected to those girls. Whereas 40 is that's a whole production.
15s is different. 15s is definitely like sevens. You kind of are with, everybody, you talk to everybody at some time. Whereas, I'm sorry, sevens, everybody, you talk to everybody at the same time. 15s is like, you kind of find not your clique, but you definitely find who you vibe with and you spend a lot of time with them. I try to meet a lot of people and hang out with them, but there's so many people around, and you also like want those people that you find that are really like chill and feel like you can be comfortable around. So I have Nicole here, who's my roommate. I really love Georgie and Charlie, who you'll see in my TikTok videos. We get along so well. They make me laugh. So it feels like I can just kind of breathe, when I'm around them, because it is such a stressful time. And these girls are fighting for a spot to make the World Cup. So it's a very tense environment, because that's the girl that I'm fighting against in a way for my spot. The opposing 13 is who I'm trying to beat so that I can get that jersey. But at the end of the day, we're also teammates. So, and with our sport, it's a contact sport, right? So it's not like who's going to be faster. It is about that, but it's also who's going to hit harder. And so when we go up against each other, it's not going to be who can get to the ball first. It's going to be who can I take her to the ground as fast as I can. And she's going to, I had to stiff arm my opposing 13 in the face, because I was like, it's you and me between for that spot. So I have to stop you. And you feel this demon come out of you. So it's been tough, and it's definitely trying to figure out how to interact with your teammates as well.
I didn't even think about that.
I also just want to put in, for anybody maybe that's newer to the show and listening, or just maybe is popping in, I want you to know Ilona right now is training for the Rugby World Cup, which is rugby 15s. What she played in the Olympics is rugby 7s. Mm-hmm. And it's a different form of the game. Both are still rugby. The rugby purists will tell you that rugby 15s is, whatever the real form. So in 15s, you're 15 people versus 15 people for 80 minutes.
Yeah, 40-minute halves, yeah.
For 40-minute halves on a field, right? And sevens is that same size field, 7 people versus 7 people for only 14 minutes, the entire game. Mm-hmm. So Ilona has switched forms here, and that's why there is so many people at this camp. But I mean, it sounds like you're navigating it pretty well.
It's definitely better than it has been, yeah.
Cool.
But it is still stressful. I'm just excited for the World Cup. I really want to make the squad. The squad will be announced soon. I want to make the squad, and I want to go to England, and I want to get to experience the World Cup.
That's going to be your third World Cup if we're including sevens, right?
So it's tough. I mean, sevens World Cups are not this. This is for rugby people, this is the pinnacle of rugby. For like soccer people, even for soccer as well, the World Cups are the pinnacles. For some sports, Olympics are the pinnacles, right? Like track and field, Olympics are the pinnacles. What can I think of? There's other ones where that's pinnacle. For like soccer, rugby, our World Cups are our pinnacle event. And it's every 4 years. So this is going to be, it's nothing like a sevens World Cup. This is the big, big thing.
Well, we are rooting for you, my darling. You keep doing you. You keep making us proud. Make yourself proud, though, first. Okay?
I'm trying.
Yeah. Make you and future you proud.
I'm trying.
Olivia and I will be wearing our matching Ilona shirts and cheering you on.
Perfect. It's a different vibe than sevens. You guys will see, but you guys are going to love it.
Personally, I'm a rugby sevens truther. It's short. It's really fast. Like people actually running, not like how short the game is. It's great for my attention span. Sometimes when I'm watching 15s, I'm like, get up and run. But it's just like, down they go. And I'm just like, someone make a sprint, please.
But you will watch and love. You will watch and love.
So you're not going to hear a typical ad here. Instead, TJ Maxx is supporting this episode so we can show up exactly as who we are.
Yeah, this is not your typical sponsorship moment. No breaks, no scripts, just space to be ourselves. Thank you to TJ Maxx.
What should we talk about?
What inspires your authenticity?
I think it's like the people that I'm around, my teammates, you guys, mom. Like, I think that gives me the space to be so authentic because I'm like, these amazing people love me. The world will love me.
I'm made up of all the women I've ever met. I've taken little bits that I think are cool from every person I've ever met and just, put them into who I am.
I see so much of myself and you guys and you and me that I think you're my authenticity. Sometimes I look at you guys, I'm like, you are so you.
Thank you so much.
That's beautiful.
That's just what happens when a brand kind of lets you, you know, talk to yourself, answer your own questions. I think it comes out authentically. So thank you, TJ Maxx, for letting us just talk. We love you.
Okay, welcome to our book Nook, where we like to discuss what we're currently reading. And today we wanted to do something we've all read. So today's book that we wanted to discuss is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Ladies.
And I just want Jennifer, if you're listening to this, to know we might have some takes that you won't like, but we'll get to that. So Jennifer, sorry.
Your art is real and beautiful.
Your art is real and beautiful, but we will have some takes you might not appreciate. Okay, first, From Blood and Ash. So I was recommended this book by Adriana.
And I was recommended this book by the two of them.
And I remember I read this book and I was like, now that's literature. This is good. I was fully entertained. And Ilona, you were the same way. And then Olivia read it and she was like, wait, this is the book that you guys were talking about? That's the one? And I was like, what are you talking about? And then, you know, when someone starts making understandable critiques and you're like, oh. No, okay. Yeah, I'll move my stars down. No, I'm hearing that.
What were the critiques? What did she say? The first book I think is great.
First book I did like. I don't remember what my specific critiques were when I was reading it, but I do, because you guys loved it. Like, you loved it. And I was like, yeah, this is like a good story. This is a good book. It's fun. Our girl Poppy, our boy Castile.
Hawk Flynn.
The character from Tangled?
No, that's his name of the book. His name of the book is Hawk Flynn. So let me just give you the premise of this book.
Yeah, give the people that. Come on.
Our female main character, she's known as the Maiden, and she can't be touched, and she wears a veil, but she has to have guards on her at all times because there's a lot of turmoil and there's bad zombie thing characters. But she also happens to be a badass because one of her guards has trained her secretly for years. One of her guards dies. They have to bring in this hot one, Hawk Flynn, to protect her. And they get real close. So it's a little bit of forbidden romance there.
Bodyguard romance. That's a big
bodyguard.
trope.
Yep, exactly. Actually, I got to go download one of those now. That sounds good. She's fighting this force and she thinks that she's a maiden for a good cause, but she's not. And she's finding out all these lies. And then she finds out that he also has been lying to her, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to give too much away because I want these people to read the first book. First book's great.
First book, specifically.
Awesome. Sexy. So much is happening. There's little teasers here and there. Not really slow burn, but still a lot going on. Second book, Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. Adriana, thoughts?
I remember that one because the world started to like expand even more. That I also was entertained by that one.
Yes.
But I was kind of, after Olivia was like, hey, I was going in there and being a little bit more
scholarly.
Scholarly. Yes. I was like really taking in what I was reading. Mm-hmm. But again, like I still was entertained. But I was starting to see some of the wheels come off.
With this one, because I'm reading it again right now, the dialogue's just not good. Because, like, she's constantly, like, she's almost lying and pretending to not like something, even though everybody knows that she does. And so it just you don't really relate to her. I'm like, why is she saying it like that? Like, it's just a weird dynamic. But it's still pretty good, honestly. I don't mind that one. There's still a lot of sauce. It's still kind of cool character and world building.
In my brain, that book started to fall into the later books of Fourth Wing for me. Where the wheels are kind of coming off. Our main heroine is being a bit obnoxious, and it's almost to just like fill pages with useless like thoughts and dialogue. Hit me dry.
Heavy on that. It feels like so much filler and a lot of almost like fan work where they're like, oh, they like it when they say this. So it's the same things over and over.
Yes.
And I was getting so tired of it. I'm like, this is feels cheesy.
Yeah.
And like that it wasn't edited properly.
Yeah. And then when you get to the third book, this is where Jennifer, I think I got maybe a chapter into that book and I was like, this is a fever dream. What is happening here? It was so confusing.
Maybe 3 chapters in. It
Yeah.
was not good. I remember being so excited for it. I pre-ordered it and it arrived. And I don't know if it was like rush printed or something. The fonts were all messed up. Everything was bad. It was like the cheapest thing ever. I was like, maybe that's on me for buying that. But then I was finding like grammatical errors. Like I was like, did she just kind of like, I was like, was this edited? Was this, what happened here? Why is there no clear story? It's a fever dream. Like you said, I couldn't finish it. I couldn't put it down fast enough, actually. And I feel bad because the first one was so lovely.
But definitely for our listeners and watchers, read the first 2.
Are you guys seeing, when it comes to third books not being as great, are you seeing some of this discourse online now about how ACOTAR, they're teasing a 6th book? Sarah J. Maas has been dropping hints about a 6th ACOTAR book. And
She
people
fully dropped the hint.
Oh, did she?
With that video.
Is that what it was?
Oh my God. She finished her first draft of ACOTAR 6, which my first reaction is, what's it going to be about? Haven't we wrapped that world?
No.
It dropped when I was in the Hamptons and I'm with a bunch of readers and we all like stopped, screamed, and like zoomed in on the video.
That's awesome.
That's my thing. Is she a mastermind? We need to get Sarah J. Maas on here.
Sarah? Can we call you that, Sarah? Can you come on,
sleep
please?
At night?
No,
How do you
literally.
sleep at night? You have probably 20 worlds up here. Guys, also, I'm thinking with all my time I have, I should start writing my werewolf book. What do you think?
Putting pen to paper.
Ilona, can I consult on this one?
Yes, I don't even know how to start it because I have my first scene, of course.
Of course.
Involves a bar.
Of course.
Small town bar.
Hey, question for the people.
Yeah.
Are they both werewolves or is only
No.
one werewolf?
Here's the deal. He's a werewolf. She's not a werewolf. There will be a time when maybe she gets turned into a werewolf, but not by him, by another werewolf. Yeah.
No,
Hot.
and that's messy. That is messy.
Yeah.
As Adriana could tell you, in werewolf politics, that's messy. That's not right. She will not shy away from telling you. That's not right. That's not purist.
And I'll tell you what, Ilona, it's probably going to be a little scary because who knows if she's going to survive the bite.
That's okay. Adriana, no, we can workshop this. The thing is, that's why her first werewolf man, who's not going to want to change her, because he's like, no, I can't risk you dying. But the bad werewolf man, he takes the chance. The bad one. Okay, but anyone hears this, don't take my idea.
No, don't take. She's copywriting it right now, or whatever you have to do right now.
Right now.
Time of this on my trackable wearable tech. I love it. From Blood and Ash, hell of a story, hell of a fantasy. You got some awesome tropes in there. She's a bad bitch. Bodyguard romance.
Only one horse.
Only one horse.
Only one horse. So like, do recommend. It is a really good time. But if you fell off of the whole Fourth Wing vibe, maybe a bit of Crescent City, just be ready for that. You know, you're gonna not go all the way through.
First book, 4.3.
Whoa.
Wow.
Second
out of 5.
book, 3.4.
Wow.
Third book, 0.5.
Did not finish. I would agree
Yeah.
with those ratings.
DNF. Yeah. Lona, that was good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming over to the House of Maher, a Wave original, sponsored by TJ Maxx.
Be sure to watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Plus, follow the show on social media at House of Maher for clips and behind the scenes content.